Good morning, and it's my joy to be with you this morning for your Wednesday reflection. The reading today is the story of the raising of Lazarus, which you find in John chapter 11, verses 28 to 44. When we come to reflect on the Gospel of St. John, as I often do, as it's my favourite of all the Gospels, we can be enriched by the language and the beauty of his narrative. But we can also find ourselves having to think deeply about the stories we find there, some of which seem to have little connection with the story of Jesus we know from the other Gospels. The account we have before us today is one of those accounts. We know of Mary and Martha, of course, from elsewhere, but nothing of their brother Lazarus, who, according to what we read, has clearly been very sick and has died. Martha, the forthright one of the two sisters, is less than pleased when Jesus has delayed coming to visit after they've called to him, and claims that he wouldn't have died if Jesus had come immediately. And she even speaks of the stink which would be there if they opened the tomb. However, this is where we begin to see the wonder of the account. For Jesus does come. He attends the tomb where her brother has been placed. The stone is rolled away and Lazarus is called out to be back amongst them again. It is here that we see something of the background to the Gospel of John, where the apostle gives many signals through the stories to the climax which is to come, when Jesus himself is put to death, placed in a tomb, and 3 days later is called out from that tomb to meet with Mary in the garden raised from death. We can read the story in John's Gospel as a wonderful, miraculous event and rejoice, or we can place the story amongst so many others of the signs we find in this book, which are pointing to the truth of the death and resurrection of Jesus himself, an event which still in these troubled times gives hope to the world. Amen.